Hi everyone, today I'm doing something a little bit different but also very exciting. I'm starting a new series on my channel. I did this last year but I don't think I did it that well. I did a winter edit. So basically I edited the way that I do my makeup specifically for winter. Since we're going into winter, I love it. It's probably my favorite season. Actually, it's definitely my favorite season in the entire year. So this would probably be the season that I decide to do like dedicated videos for. So this is going to be a series of videos on winter. So it'll be whether I change things in my room that are more like winter appropriate or fashion, the way that I do my makeup differently. So today I'm going to be showing you basically what I would like to do for winter. I'm going to be doing a few other videos in this series as well, so you'll be seeing those in the next little while. This video is going to feature a few products that you guys would have seen on my channel or you would have seen on my Instagram. These are things that you know about and I'm just going to be trying them, putting them on my face and telling you guys what I think about them, or maybe just doing a little bit more chatty. I haven't got a very like strict format with this video, so bear with me if it's a little bit long, but I'm really excited to do it. Also, I'm wearing my booby tee. I don't know if you can see. Look, they're out. People get really awkward when they see me wearing it. I wore it in the mall yesterday and people are like, oh, divert your eyes, her boobs are out, but it's not actually that awkward. Anyway, let me stop talking. I'm starting out with the Urban Decay Urban Defense Complexion Primer. This is SPF 30 and I've really been enjoying using this. I switch between this and my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. If you haven't seen my Urban Decay video, I will do a little pop out over here and you can go and take a look at that if you want to know more about this product. Okay, so the foundation I'm using today is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Water Foundation. I love this foundation and I have this in the shade Light Medium Honey. I'm not going to speak too much about the foundation because obviously I want to leave that for the review and demo, but applying it with this brush and then blending it with my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. So for concealing the spots that I have, because apparently I have a lot of them right now, I'm using the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Creamy Beige. And I used to use this as a highlighter shade in summer, and now I'm so pale that this is like my normal skin color. Oh, how bad is that? And then for concealer underneath my eyes, I'm again using the LA Girl Pro Conceal, but I'm using this in the shade Natural because, once again, I am so pale. I also want to be using, or I want to get a new MAC concealer again because I actually have been using pretty much the same products over and, oh, that was excessive. It's a lot of concealer. That's a flip load of concealer. It's definitely too much. So I'm going to use my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge to blend that in because it's going to sheer it out a little bit more, which is exactly what I need. I forgot how much this covers. This stuff is amazing. I haven't used this underneath my eyes for a very, very long time. I'm not usually one to do like serious baking or like heavy like face beat makeup, but because this concealer does crease really, really easily, I'm going to be using my Kryolan translucent powder. You've heard lots about this. I actually want to try the MAC translucent powder and the NYX one because apparently those are amazing. So I'm just going to use my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. I always struggle with that, Miracle Complexion Sponge, and just press this in underneath my eyes. I'm actually not baking, I'm just pressing this in, and then any excess I'll just wipe away. I'm not going to leave it there. I look well slept. For brows, basically I've done an updated brow routine. If you guys haven't seen that, I will link it up over here. You can go and take a look at it using the Smashbox Brow Tech Matte Pencil in the shade Brunette, and then I'll be using my Essence Make Me Brow brow gel in the shade Browny Brows. Go and watch that video if you don't know how to do brows, or if you want to see my updated brow routine, go and take a look at that. It's really easy. I basically just use these two products. So with my brows done, I'm moving on to eyes, and for that I'm using the Smashbox 24-Hour Photo Finish Shadow Primer. I've been using this quite a bit recently. I usually go all the way up to my brow bone. My brows are not like perfectly sculpted. Like they look messy and undone, and like I desperately need to get them threaded, and I do probably, but I'm just not in that phase now where I'm like, oh, I have to have it done. Like I don't need to look perfect, and I'm embracing that phase right now where I'm just like, not everything looks amazing and perfect all the time, and I'm fine with it. So I'm basically putting that shadow primer all the way along my lid, so even up to my brow bone, and then underneath my eyes as well, and in the inner corners, so that any highlight that I put there will stick and just be amazing throughout the day. So I haven't used a lot of this palette on my channel. I spoke about it, I think, once in that same haul video where I spoke about the Tarte one. This is the Tarteist Pro palette, and I have had this probably for about 6 months now or longer, and I put it in my kit and then I haven't used it on myself or in videos, so I thought it was time to whip it out and use it in a video. I have no specific look that I'm going for. I'm going to do a mixture of Innocent, which is, you can see this right, which is this shade over here, so a mixture of this and Bold. Those are both very neutral crease shades. The one is a little bit more pinky and the other one is a little bit more beige and warm. So I'm just going to pop this into my crease very, very lightly. And this is kind of just like literally right below my brow bone, because I'm wanting to blow this out quite a bit, so I'm going to blend it up a little bit more than I usually would, because I think I want to put lashes on as well, keeping this very extra, which is not like me at all, but why not play? Now is the time. And then I'm just going to blend this out as I go. So I'm popping that shadow on and then blending. I either go windshield wiper motions like that, or I'll actually kind of buff it out the way you would your foundation. Just kind of blend out the edges a little bit more, and then taking those two shades again and just connecting that to my lower lash line. I'm going to go quite low on the lower lash line, just because I want this to be quite, like I've said 1,000 times, blown out, lots of mascara, nice big lashes, and a very warm eye. Okay, so I'm using one of these Switch Beauty brushes that I got a little while ago. This is the kind of like dome shaped brush, which will be perfect for in the crease, and I'm picking up Edgy, and I'm just going to buff that ever so slightly into the crease. Okay, so I will admit that I've gone a little bit overboard, a little bit darker and deeper than I intended when I started out with this tutorial, but sometimes that's what happens when I play with makeup. I just kind of like want to add a little bit more here and add a little bit more there and play. So that's what this is. I'm playing and doing like a kind of winter style. It's going to be darker than I expected, but I really, really like this. I'm going to add a little bit more, ever so slightly, just a little bit more color, add some more up there, and then blend it out. Once I'm finished with that, I'm going to pop a shade on my inner corner, something that's a little bit more glittery and out there than I'm used to. Very kind of iridescent highlighter, very in your face, and a lighter shade on the lid just to kind of make that pop a little bit more, and then a lighter kind of bone shade on the brow bone. And I think I'll be back with you guys once I've done all of that, so that you don't have to just watch me blending away. Okay, and then I'm going to use the top shade, which is basically called Classic, this one over here, and I'm going to pop that onto my brow bone just to kind of give that a little bit more of a highlight. This is a lot more out there than I usually do, but if you can't experiment and play in winter, then when can you? Actually, you can play whenever the hell you want to. I'm going to do Chic, which is kind of like a light pinky kind of shade. I'm going to pop a little bit of MAC Teddy liner just to tight line my eyes, and also a little bit on the upper lash line, just kind of smoke it out and add a little bit more depth to my lashes. And I'm just going back and forth over the product just so that it's not one solid line. Just take those two shades, Bold and Innocent, and just run those along my lower lash line, taking it quite low down, as I said. Okay, so I've just checked in my stash and I only have the Eyelure 116s. My 117s are my favorite, but I'm going to give these a go and see what they look like. They're quite, we've got quite a lot of spaces in between, which might be nice, and they're not like as textured and fluffy on the outer corner, but I think they'll do. With the lashes on, I think they make a difference, but not like too much. They're not crazy because of the gaps in between the clusters. And I'm going to pop a little bit of the Clarins Intense Brown eyeliner over the top just so that you can't see the lash band. Okay, lower lash mascara. I'm using a mascara that I loved and I have loved for years. I use it on all my clients. This is the MAC Extended Play Mascara the wand is really, really tiny, which makes it perfect for the lower lashes. I've rambled on about this so many times that you really don't need to hear it again. I was just looking at my face and I was like, oh, something's missing on my eyes, and I couldn't figure out what it was, and then I realized it was my inner corner highlight. There's literally nothing there, and so in the effort to use this palette, I'm actually going to use the shade in the palette called Glam. It seems very glitzy and almost like a champagne-y kind of shade, but just a little bit darker, so I'm going to use that as my inner corner highlight, since it's the only shimmer on my face at all. Now to sort out the rest of my face, I'm going to be using products that I do on a daily basis because I love them, and I'm going to be using the Smashbox contour sticks to do a little bit of contouring and highlighting. I have been a little bit more into it with these products. I'm not a huge contour fan, but I like it with these cream sticks because it's a little bit more natural and I still get that glowy effect through the foundation. So also, if you want to see a proper review on these, let me know and I would be happy to film a video or even write something on the blog, because I've been loving them. So for someone that's not really into contouring, to love a contouring product, that's pretty big for me. This is the Stila Convertible Color Blush in the shade Peony. I love this. It's a cream blush. It's probably my favorite shade of all time. If I could use this every single day with every single lipstick, I would do that. But alas, it doesn't go with everything. And then for highlighter, I'm going to use this cream highlighter stick from Smashbox. This is the Hollywood and Highlight blendable lip and cheek color. And I'm going to just use, so I run my index finger over the product and then I pop it onto the area that I'd like. I really, really like this for an everyday highlight, but I think it's enough also for a look like this. It's a little bit more done up. By a little bit more, I mean a head load more. So you guys will recognize this color. It's my go-to. I love it. It's the Smashbox Always On Liquid Lipstick in the shade Stepping Out. I just am all kinds of obsessed with this color. It goes perfectly with my skin tone, makes my eyes pop a little bit more. I don't know if a liquid lipstick can do that, but this one does, in my opinion. So I put this on for safety because I know that I'm always gonna love it, and I think this eye look is beautiful and I don't want the lips to ruin the entire look. So I'm very, very happy with this. Also, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this. If you have, please let me know in the comments. Let me know if you like this kind of talk through vibe. I don't know if these videos are too long, if you guys want short videos rather, like a tutorial with just music in the background and me talking, or if you want to talk through, I just don't know, but let me know for the next few videos because I'm excited for the winter series. There's another video coming up where I will talk about dark lips. That will be coming up in the next makeup tutorial, and I hope that you guys are excited for this winter edit series. And I'll also be doing a wedding series, so a full week of wedding videos and then another week of drugstore videos. So look out for that. Make sure that you subscribe, make sure that you've clicked the bell button next to the subscription button, and leave me a comment or a thumbs up if you really like this makeup tutorial, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.